Anyway, it takes me a bit to think of filming these things for you, but I was just messing around with two different power options to my DAC, which only runs the tweeter channels, and it's a very good DAC. And the thing that a very good DAC needs is very good power. So I did this test. Well, I played the start of this track. And I waited for that bottle sound, and I played the start of this track. And then I switched the power options, came back and listened to that again, but with a twist. I boosted 10k, boosted 20k shelf. It's kind of a rising shelf. And I turned off everything but the tweeter, so I'd end up hearing this. So and just there, I'd be listening for the rolling sound of the bottle as it rolls, and the scuffing of the footprints as if they're clear scuffs, and also the stereo staging of the birds tweeting. So if we just stick with that, when I change power supplies, I would get the bottle would be rolling, but it would sound like metallic instead of, you know what I mean? And then the footprints would be like instead of like shuffling, and lots of other differences. And in this track, it's a bit hot there. I think I'm distorting the amp or the tweeter itself. I'll just go back. In this track, in like the third or fourth note, it's almost like a kind of a, what you call it, multi-tone intermodulation thing going on. And with the other power supply, the inferior one, that note gets a little bit more heat on it, a little bit more buzzing. And I'll show you the two power options now. Yes, I just realised I can't show the other one because it's hidden underneath there. But the first one, the one I was curious about, is it's like a phone battery backup thing. The thing with these things, they're built with little regulators in them because the batteries themselves don't make exactly 5 volts, so they have to go through what's usually a buck converter kind of circuit. And buck converters are a little bit like switch mode power supplies, really. They sort of get things going to the right voltages. And this one has like Qualcomm, quick charge and all that, so they can have all the different voltages that come out of USB-C. So this one has the fuzzy sound, and the other one is a GAN-FET phone charger that is plugged into my AC circuit, and I found it just to have the best sound to anything I put it on as far as source goes. So all of my optical sending DACs, all of my reclocking DACs, and now all of my output DACs that I'm putting on these GAN-FET chargers, and they sound wonderful. So I just switched to this one here, re-enable its life force. Okay, we're going. So this is the worst one, and I'll just record that. Now, when I was playing them to myself, I was swapping them over and listening to them quicker than I can get the sentences out for you. But I'll leave some timestamps in here and maybe you can quickly go back. So let's start this one. There's little shooks that go into the notes. They're all got that intermodulation distortion. It's like a, like the timing is worse because there's ripple in the power supply. Here's the other track. So the birds have that little bit of a shrill in them, and the foot scuffing is a little bit grittier, or a little bit like a artificial scrape instead of a smooth swoosh. And the bottle sound has that, like it's like an aliasing, like a bad synthesizer or a bad radio station. So that's just through power. You would think, oh, let's try battery power, but no, those little things, they're not a straight up battery. They've got all this junky, cheap circuitry in front of them, giving you all sorts of power ripples. So that was a quick one. Keep on going with your search for your sound improvements, and I'll keep on with mine. All right, catch you later.